Ni hao, wo zhao, D'Angelo. It's really good to be here with ULSUM, to get the opportunity to be in China and bring my family here to experience this. It's a true blessing, so thank you guys for having me. You've been to China before, even visited the Great Wall. How do you feel about coming again after a few years? Is there anything you'd like to do this time? Yeah, my first time in China was an amazing experience. I got to visit the Great Wall. I actually got to dribble up the Great Wall. I had a basketball with me, so that was pretty cool. I got some cool photos, and just to get to experience that with all the history and everything around, it's really good feeling. Anything else that I like to do would be just experiencing a new city that I haven't been to. I've probably been to 3 or 4 different cities. So to get the opportunity to experience any new city that I haven't been to would be something I'd love to do. You have some Chinese tattoos like family and fearless. What made you decide to get tattoos in Chinese at that time? For me, I've always been a fan of just the Chinese culture when it comes to celebrating the holidays, when it comes to the language. I studied Chinese and Mandarin, so the characters, the pinyin, a lot of that just fascinated me growing up. So to get the opportunity to relate to family and fearless tattoos was obviously something that I go by, and that's how I feel, and that's what's important to me, and that's how I live my life, so it made sense. Your celebration gestures are quite distinctive. What does ice in my veins mean? How did you come up with it? Ice in my veins, it kind of just happened. Growing up, my dad would always just kind of preach being fearless and having that confidence. The older I got to play in games, and I had an opportunity to just kind of be fearless in a moment, or be confident in a moment, and that was always that shot that gave me that celebration. And I started in high school, actually. There's footage of me in high school kind of showing that. So to be able to keep it going and fans kind of relating and appreciating it, and then just seeing all these other sports and people utilize it. Maybe should have trademarked it, but it's probably too late now. Returning to the Lakers once again, how does it feel? Do you think your role now is different from when you were here before? Being a Laker is completely a different experience than being on any other team. To get the opportunity to represent the gold and purple, and with all the history and all the people that have been there and the success around the organization, is something you really gotta live up to and show up to work with that pride on your shoulder and your chest every day representing. So for me, it's always a heck of an experience and a great feeling to be out there. As far as my role, yeah, when I first came into the league, I was a little younger. I was playing alongside Kobe Bryant and getting to witness his last and final year. So I would relate that to being in awe. I was in awe my whole first year just watching Kobe Bryant, the legend. Now I'm next to LeBron James, another legend, that puts me in that in awe phase where it's just, I can't believe I'm here. Until the game starts, that kind of goes out the window. I explain it by being in awe, because it never gets normal. It's never a normal feeling, no matter how many times you see those guys on the court, on the bus, on the plane. It's always a crazy feeling. So definitely cool feeling to go and experience, but it never gets old. You've played alongside Kobe and LeBron. How does that feel to be different teammates with them? I mean, yeah, kind of like what I was just saying. Those type of players, it doesn't get old. You know, if you meet your hero, or you meet somebody you look up to, or if you meet an icon in this world that people kind of lose their breath to just see and meet and just touch, you know, it's a different feeling, different experience to just brush shoulders with those guys every day throughout a 82-game season. So I played with LeBron last year. I get the opportunity to play with him again this year. I think it'll still feel like the first time every time we're kind of on the floor together, on the plane or on the bus. So it'll never get old. The Nuggets have won the championship as opponents. Do you see them differently after that? Yeah, I think they lost some key pieces. So for them to redo it, anything's possible. So I'm not gonna say it's impossible for them to do that, but for them to beat us, I think we'll be more prepared this year going into. We play them the first game of the season, so we'll try to take that as serious as we can. You have a unique sense of style among all your teammates. Who else got cool styles? Man, a lot of people. Like, I'm a fan of the Kyle Kuzmas and the Devin Bookers of the world. Like, those guys, they have their own lane, and you can see that they stay in that lane, and a lot of people piggyback off of a lot of the top 4 or 5 guys' style in the league. A lot of guys kind of fit behind that. So just to be in my own lane is a cool feeling, and to inspire the next is a great feeling as well. Dwyane Wade is a Hall of Fame player, has great fashion taste, and you both work with Li-Ning. What kind of role does he play in your career? Man, a Hall of Fame is one thing. Just to know a Hall of Fame player as accessible as he is, to be, or I could just text him or call him or FaceTime him anytime I want, those feelings don't get old. I continue to say that, but those feelings don't get old. And being able to work together, he kind of noticed my style and noticed the way I kind of went about things, and felt comfortable allowing me to share this experience with him and continue to push the brand as far as he has up to this point, and allowing me and his son to kind of take on that and continue to grow it. It's something you would want, as a professional. You want to have people like that around you. You want to have brands like that behind you to support you. To be able to experience it with the whole Chinese culture, and like I said, the fans of basketball around China is second to none. So it's never a surprise, and to be here is always a great accomplishment. So it's dope. As the main ambassador for the Way of Wade series, which products do you particularly like? Well, honestly, this piece that I have on right now, y'all haven't seen this one yet. I should stand up and let y'all get a glimpse. Little hoodie. The material of this is probably my favorite piece. We're walking into the showroom and I get to see this piece, and I haven't taken it off yet. So this is probably one of my favorite pieces, along with the shoes that they come out with are second to none as well, man. Some of the best shoes, and compared to anybody else's best shoes, in my opinion. Way of Wade, Li-Ning, everybody, they're doing it really well, so it's good to be a part of it. What has been the most awesome experience for you recently? Recently, I had a son. That's a great experience to be a dad, and me and my girlfriend to be parents is always a great experience. To have the support that her family brings to the table, my family. It's like he's everybody's kid, so it's cool to see that, be a part of that. On the basketball side of it, making it to the Western Conference Final was probably the furthest I've ever been, so was the furthest I've ever been. So to get to experience that was really cool, and just to go from the first round, that was probably the furthest I've went in any team that I've been on was the first round. And to get to go first round, second round, and participate in the Western Conference Finals is obviously an accomplishment. So to continue to grow from there, it's only up.